All right, it's Monday, August 25th, 10 o'clock, regular session of the County Board of Supervisors. First item on the agenda is the agenda itself and the minutes from the August 18th regular session.
I move to approve agenda and minutes of August 18th regular session.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any further comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. Any public comment? Seeing as none, we'll move on to new business. Mr. Auditor.
Claims are prepared in front of you, sir.
Move to approve as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the claims as presented. Any further comment there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Payroll.
We have a change, personnel action form for the jail nurse effective August 24th, 2025. This will be a motion.
I move to change the nursing wage as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to approve the payroll change as presented. Any further comment there? All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. Drainage.
Have one drainage problem reported in Drainage District 31, Grimes Township, appears to be standing water in the ditch. Would recommend it be assigned to the watchman to investigate.
Move to approve.
Motion and a second to send the watchman out and inspect the issue as presented. Any further comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 4 is consideration to approve the position of part-time custodian for the sheriff's office. Tom, you want to comment?
Yes, we had a board staff where the sheriff presented his request to add a part-time custodian. The building, as it's getting older, they deal with a lot of facilities that beyond custodial work, they also fix the toilets, do more maintenance level stuff. And just due to the size of the workload, a part-time custodian would help get that done and maybe save money on outside vendors too. Position would be up to 28 hours a week. Other than IPERS, there'd be no other benefits. And this is just basically the board in the position.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to approve item number 4 is presented. Any further comment on the?
Yeah, I'd like to comment. During the board staff, the sheriff explained that it would be a net gain to do this because of the amount of money they're paying plumbers and other subcontractors to do the work because they don't have the time to do it. So that is the reason why it's a good deal and approve.
Thanks, Carl. Anything else? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. Item number 5 is public health. It's to schedule the first consideration of a proposed health nuisance ordinance 11C tentatively for September 8th at 10:05.
I'd move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to schedule that as presented. Any further comment there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 6, Tom.
Yes, we bought the annex where currently the assessors are at and some of IT. SCH approached us about parking a vehicle in our lot, which I think you've seen in the court a lot. They also use the shed that's right by the annex building. We agreed to that. They already had stuff in there and it expired July 31st. I went around, we talked to the custodian department. They do not need the shed. Obviously, the board staff briefly discussed it. We don't have any need for the shed at this point. So this is to continue the extension of the lease through July of next year under the same terms we had before.
I move to approve the lease extension.
I'll second.
Motion and a second to approve the lease extension as presented. Any further comment there? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. We're going to go to item number 8, and that is looking for a motion to change the supervisors meeting next Monday to Tuesday at 10 o'clock due to the holiday.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to change the supervisors meeting from Monday to Tuesday as presented. Any further comment there? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, at this time, I'm gonna open up the public hearing, for item number 7, and Tom or Michelle want that one?
Yes, AgVantage approached us about its own change on land they own that borders the city of Thornton. We're going to be adding a couple of anhydrous tanks, some nursing tanks, as auxiliary tanks, and then also a storage building for their business. There'll be no electricity or running water to the site. Essentially, they need a zone change from M1 to M2 because in order to get a special use permit, they have to be in the M2 district. So this zone change will be from M1 to, and then they'll go before the Board of Adjustment for a special use permit. So that'd be the request today.
Anybody else from the public care to speak on this issue? Seeing none, anybody? Carl
I'll make-
Casey?
Close this portion of the public hearing.
Motion is second to close the public hearing as presented. Any further comment there? All in favor?
Aye.
Now we're looking for resolution 2025-56 to change zoning.
And I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second for resolution number 56 to approve the change as presented. Any further comment there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes. Brandon?
Good morning. I want to start off with one issue we're having is by the golf course near a mini golf on South Shore, near the trailer home area there. There's a tree that got severely damaged in that windstorm, and the company we hired, I was hoping was going to get here last week. We're going to pressure them to get here this week. We're going to see if we can find somebody else. The issue we're having is there was only one company willing to come to actually deal with that tree because of its size. So I'm going to try and pressure them a bit to get them there to get that down. It's starting to drop branches pretty often on the road. It's becoming quite the issue. And so that tree needs to be gone one way or another in the very near future. Over the weekend, the volunteer firefighters from Ventura went to Dugan's pit and burned the large pile of trees that were the result of that windstorm. So that pile, about 95% of it burned out pretty good. There's a bit of it left up there and a whole bunch of ash. So we'll probably dig a hole, bury the rest of it, because it's not a whole lot. So that is all cleared up out there. Other than that, the guys are out finishing up our graveling for the season. Then we're gonna be working mostly just on work orders and drainage issues for the rest of the year.
For grounds project complete.
Yep, that is all complete.
About the equipment.
Well, right now, my work truck stranded me in Des Moines on Friday, so I had to get that trailer back. We have 2 trucks that have some minor issues, and there's the minor issues as in like air and just small electrical issues that they're getting dealt with. We are finishing installing the rest of the dump sensors on the trucks so that we can not only track it on the GPS, but also inside the cab, whenever the box is up, there's going to be a very obvious light so that we can try and help the guys when they're out in the gravel roads, not do wire hits, and also entering and exiting buildings. So boxes would be more obviously up to the guys so they won't strike door frames. So that is continuing. Other than that, we have the Mason City's bike trail project that's going south of Newman. So a utility that had an old permit came in and installed a fiber optic line directly down the area they just graded for the bike path. So I got to figure out which utility that is and let them know that if they didn't hit their depths, they're gonna have to come move it again, even though it's brand new, because they chose to put it directly under an active project. So I'm dealing with that little bit of headache, but nothing major. We're waiting on our culvert project to start. That's up north in the northwest corner near the interstate. So we have no active projects at the moment. We're just kind of waiting for stuff to start up. If you have any questions for me, anybody?
No, just for our conversation that we spoke of earlier, I'd like to see what you can do on those 2 road closures and see if we can get those dealt with. But other than that, Casey, do you have any questions?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Well, All right, now we're down to correspondence communication.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned at 10:10. Thank you, Casey.
Thank you.